All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. And today we're playing more Armored Core. Just hanging out, gaming. Doing the Chustler One AC 9 balls run. That's really it. We're just kind of playing Armored Core. There we go. Song. This is Grip. From, I think this is a Project Phantasma song. I don't think this is an AC1 song, now that I think about it. It's Gen 1. Close enough, right? Close enough. I'm only now just realizing that that's a Project Phantasma song. I wasn't here for the first stream. What is this? We're just playing Armored Core. Simply. Master of Arena, maybe? No, that's definitely Phantasma. It's the intro movie and Stinger's theme in Project Phantasma. Like that plays when you fight Stinger, and it plays during the intro. Just pray that the webhook, or not webhook, video hook. There we go. Kicks in time. We talk about how good Gen 1 is, how pure and great these games were. Gen 1, it's hard to say, actually. Is it wrong of me? Hold on now. It feels wrong, so I'm really making sure. Gen 1 might be my least favorite gen of Armored Core. Overall. It might be. And not because I dislike it in any way, because I like all of them. But Gen 1 might actually be my least favorite, now that I'm thinking about it. I think it is. It's like Gen 2 I like more. Gen 3 I like more. 3.5 I like more. 4 I like more. 5 is the one that's like kind of iffy, but 5 has Verdict Day. And Verdict Day is so good. So it carries it a lot. And then 6. It might be my least favorite. Which is wild, but I think it's true. Well, see, now I'm thinking more. Maybe Gen 2 as a whole could be below Gen 1 for me. No, I don't think it is. No, it's not. Because Another Age is just there. Pioneering aspect, that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm just thinking about what's the most fun to play. That's all I'm thinking about. So had I... Yeah. I had done the wharf warehouse, but stolen the part. That's what I thought I had done last time. I could do Stop Gang Dark Soul. I could. Fuck it. Yeah. Yeah, I could do it. Murakuma Millennium. The gang Dark Soul broke into our property at Heaven's Rock, stole several tanks, and fled. Since they stole tanks, we cannot leave them alone. Go and defeat them as soon as possible. Judging from their direction of escape, they seem to be hiding in the Zam Desert. In that area, many mines remain left from the war. Be very careful. Note that your pay for this mission is not cash, but AC parts. That's an optional part. This actually might potentially be worth it, maybe. Possibly. What game is this? Armored Core. Just one. Just Armored Core.
We've arrived at the combat area. Many mines have been planted in this area. Be very careful in your movements.
Okay.
System engaged.
Whoa, there are a lot of mines. Holy shit. Right. Oh, it's been a minute. I'm a bit rusty.
Target achieved.
That's it? I thought there was like a plot twist. I thought there was gonna be like a... Huh. Okay, no, that was it, actually. Shit. Alright. Works for me. That's an easy payday. No mail either? Well, that was fast. 3 enemies, that's all. I mean, it was like 5. It just, you know, I blasted through them so quickly, you would think it was like 3. That was 5 or so, I think. There. Well, what was that optional part that I got? Accelerates lock-on time, you say? Now that is quite tempting. Even though lock speed isn't much of an issue in Gen 1. I don't think there are many other optional parts that I'm gonna be like needing anyway, because it's kind of just the damage absorbers, and then this one that makes you take less like stun from attacks as well. And then other than that, we're good. That is completely nullified by Human Plus. This is just not great. That one's actually kind of nice as a quality of life optional. Just automatically fires missiles as soon as you get lock. Anyone missed me yesterday? Probably not. No, everyone was like crying, sobbing even. Had to catch myself. I almost said, I tried to keep it going and I almost said something kind of wild. I almost said sobbing even, sopping, you could say, and then I stopped myself. I'm like, wait a minute. Sopping. No, technically he's the player character in MOA. He is the character in MOA, but all of the Gen 1 games are different protagonists. Which I think is true of others too. I think the only one that like maybe you do play as the same Raven in both is 3 and Silent Line are a maybe. But I don't know if there's anything that like explicitly points to one or the other. Like specifically points to you actually playing as the same character or not. I mean, I don't believe there's anything like that. But normally it's always different characters. Where did you say you had the guide on making the 9-ball? I literally am just like from the wiki copying his build for the cosplay. They just have his parts on there. There was no like guide or anything. It's just I went and found his part list and yoinked it. The optionals I'm doing myself because he doesn't apparently have any. But that's it. I don't know why I backed out. I was saving lives. Okay, well, we were sopping, apparently. Earth Environment Reclamation Committee job. We have a mission for you regarding the old military facility where we previously sent a survey team. I hate this map. The survey of the first basement level is complete, but a passage thought to lead to the lower levels was found during the survey. However, just past it was an extremely powerful security MT that we could not defeat with our weapons. Oddly, it never comes out of the passage to attack us. It seems to be protecting something. Anyway, this facility still has many mysteries. According to a structural diagram of the place found on the first floor, there are several control panels for the security MTs in the back. We want you to destroy them. This mission's gonna suck. Exterminate, in quotes, organisms. I don't know what you mean. Those are totally real organisms. Totally.
System engaged. Raven, there is a total of 3 control panels. Destroy all 3 as soon as you find them.
Okay. Oh wow, one shot for like the ceiling turret things. Oops. Oop.
Lock unlocked.
I got it.
Enemy discovered. Danger. Danger. Danger.
Oh my god, dude. I can't even like actually hit them. I don't remember what the gimmick was with these. 1,000 AP?
Lock unlocked.
I don't know if I was supposed to do that. I don't know.
Lock unlocked.
Oh boy. Oh my god. Ow. Chat, I don't think you're supposed to fly through the lasers.
AC unit destroyed. Combat halted.
Something tells me I did that wrong. Something. I couldn't tell you what makes me think that, but I don't think that's what I was meant to do. We had a feast. A feast. Did you hear what Sam Altman said? He said our chats with GPT can be used against us in court as evidence. Of course they can. Everything that you talk about on any service like that is being backed up on a server somewhere, is being logged somewhere. Especially with AI stuff where it's machine learning tech. That's like with those models, they're also using the active conversations with it, like out in the wild, like when you just talk with it, to further train it and polish it up. So like, yeah, they're backed up. And if a court ever like, you know, requested that data, then they would have to provide it. But that's the thing with like any... I trusted Chat GPT with my secrets. No, you did not tell the AI all your deepest, darkest secrets. Did you confess to crimes to Chat GPT? I hope not. Tell me you didn't confess to any crimes to the AI. Surely you didn't. I loaded a save because I just want to do the mission. Simply. I can't accept a loss. Not the ... It's a weird looking security MT. Just me. I don't know how to get past the first laser. Like the other ones, I would think hitting those panels will take out some of the lasers as well. But I don't remember how to get past like the first one. Maybe you do just have to fly through one of them? I don't know. How many missions have you done?
System engaged.
15 or so? I don't know exactly. I can look.
There is a total of 3 control panels. Destroy all 3 as soon as you find them.
The 9-ball build kind of fucks. This is a good cosplay build.
Lock unlocked.
Gotta say.
Enemy discovered. Danger. Danger. Danger.
Can I? God damn it. Okay. Is that not how that works? No. Wait a minute. What if I... No.
Lock unlocked.
Ha! Okay, that's not this. Do I just have to fly through the first one? Like, am I crazy? Am I missing something here? Shall not backseat. Don't remember. I definitely don't go up that way. I forget that there is a map in this game that controls all weird because OG PlayStation. Huh. One of my favorites in the series. It is a really, just his frame in general, even back in the Gen 1 appearance, is one of my favorites. One of the best designs from the series. Although there are some really good ones. Obviously, White Glint is one of the most well-known.
Lock unlocked.
The only thing that ChatGPT knows about me is how unimpressive my resume is. I have never once spoken to ChatGPT. ChatGPT don't know shit about me. Actually, apparently it does, because when we were doing the Google AI thing and learning that Google AI thinks that I am like an actor who played C4621 or some shit like that. Apparently, ChatGPT did actually give an accurate answer to who I am. I think it was ChatGPT, wasn't it? The one AI that did give like an accurate answer on me. I think it was ChatGPT that actually knew who I was. Oh, is that the bot? Oh, there's a bunch of them. Okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And does this hurt me when I... No. Nice tags, nerd. Yeah, so you guys, I only just noticed this morning that, so False has like full mod privileges on Twitch. So she's able to, like, if I ever need her to help me out, she can like change my title and my category and stuff, right? And she took advantage of this once and apparently added a couple of tags to my stream like weeks ago that I didn't find until this morning when I was setting up Twitch for today. And I was like, why does my Twitch have things like meow as a tag? It's because of this bitch. Just adding tags to my Twitch stream. This is literally a dead end. Am I running in circles right now? No.
Lock unlocked.
She's just trying to help, be more grateful. Wait, that's a... I missed that one. Hold on, can I do it while flying? I don't think so. Okay. The one on the ground was to make sure that I have the timing right. Do I? Yeah, you can't do it while flying in Gen 1. Okay. My testing is complete.
Target achieved.
I could run that mission back and do it way cleaner. I'm going to. That is actually a good mission. That map isn't so terrible. Once I just didn't try to fly through the grid of lasers. That map is better than I remember. I'm loading the save. I'm running it back. I could do that way cleaner. Raven's Nightfall AC in 6 is one of the coolest looking designs. I agree, it's really good. Also, 18 missions. This will be the 19th mission in the run. What's your favorite low budget game? That's a good question. Specifically, my favorite low budget game. Are any of my, like, Big 10 low budget, particularly? I know some of them definitely aren't. Here. Oh. Yeah, no shit. It's System Shock 2. That's a low budget game. Oh, man. Nightfall... I wish he was a better build. And also that, like, as a result of that, he was a harder fight. I so wish he was a trickier fight. Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a good pick, probably. I've still only played the first one, but Kingdom Come Deliverance would be a good pick, just in general. For, like, best low-budget game. The old Armored Cores were all very low budget too. I just didn't want to go with like the easy default answer while I'm literally playing one. Be like, this is one of my favorite low budget games, but this is one of my favorite low budget games too, yeah. Also, hello, Cleric. Then you could grab 9 balls. I know. I just stuck a Raven's Nest logo on it for totally no particular reason. No incredibly obvious reason that I would just stick Raven's Nest on everything and call it a day. Yeah, Ace Combat Zero was a low budget title too. Also a good pick. Because considering how little budget and time that game had, it did come out well. You can tell with some bits of Ace Combat
System
Zero
engaged.
that the budget and time were very limiting factors for it.
There's a total of 3 control panels. Destroy all 3 as soon as you find them.
Like, I always bring up the Excalibur mission in Zero, where that, I feel like that mission is one that you can really just feel it.
Lock unlocked.
Both in terms of like how quickly they rushed to that point in the story, and even just with the fight itself.
Danger.
It's like this big, crazy Ace Combat super weapon, but like without all of the typical spectacle and fanfare that those things tend to get in the series. It's just kind of there, doing its thing.
Lock unlocked.
There are points in the game where you can feel it, but Ace Combat Zero, like, considering its circumstances, did come out so well. Oh god. I said, let me run it back for a cleaner run, and then I start doing this shit. Alright. This is why 9-ball packs heat. That's why. Oh, that's through the wall. Come on. There we go. Didn't you just do it? Yeah, I said, let me run it back because I know I can do it cleaner, and then I just immediately started fumbling around and taking a ton of damage. The classic. Oh my god. If I wasn't dedicated to the cosplay build, I would stick a moonlight on this guy.
Does not move.
Oh, my bad. Am I going the wrong way? You gained your 200 subs back. I never lost 200. Slander. What even was the joke that I lost 200 subs because I did or said something? Was it that I slandered Resident Evil Survivor 2? Was that the joke? I don't remember.
Lock unlocked.
Can't remember exactly what it was. Oops. Oh, shit. Oh my god. I'm too fast. This human plus is too plus. Too much plus. I'm struggling out here. Oh. I just thought they were fake bots.
Lock unlocked.
Which route are you doing? I don't really have a plan. I'm kind of just gonna pick missions as we go and see where we end up. I was thinking like I could try to think of
Lock unlocked.
which route would 9-ball be more likely to side with. Oh, I circled. My bad. I got lost at some point. But honestly, I have no clue which side Chustler One would take in this. I feel like if he wanted to get involved, he would have. I feel like he doesn't really give a shit. Just me?
Does not move.
Oh, no shit, I'm trying to sword. It's okay.
Lock unlocked.
I'm lost. I went in a circle again. Think you'll pass 50K by the end of the year? I don't think so. Sticky was just saying that the other day, too. I don't think we're going that fast. Although, I do have a lot of big resi stuff coming up, so maybe... Like, by the end of the year, I'll be done with resi for the time being. Like, Requiem comes out in February, but... A lot of big videos there with like RE7, RE2 Remake, RE4 Remake, Village. Would have loved to go over all the funny things you can do with the final weapon. Oh, there we go. What funny things can you do that I didn't discover with it?
Target achieved.
I just loved, you know, mashing it out as fast as possible, just firing all 10 shots and then watching it do its thing. That weapon is goofy as shit. Like, genuinely just, who the fuck put this in sort of weapon. With my favorite series at that? Oh. I'm gonna assume you found me through the Armored Core videos then. You don't have to aim at them? You can turn around, fire them, and it will auto-track anyways? That's incredible. I guess in a game where you only ever have, like, one target, because it's just arena-based, they can do that, where it just auto-tracks to whatever. Actually, that would make me curious to take it into the training, like the overall training or the survival or whatever, and see what it does with multiple targets. God damn it. Now you're giving me ideas. And now I'm sitting here spouting these ideas and giving them away for free. Ideas that I've totally had before anyone else. Definitely. No one else has thought these thoughts before. It's even deadlier point blank. Oh my god. Do they all... Because I swear some of them shoot out like behind you, right? But even then, like if half of the shots per burst went straight into their face, that would make sense. That weapon was ridiculous. That was very funny. Just unlocking that. I didn't actually unlock it until I was on stream, because I didn't realize that you had to like go back and recomplete the training afterwards until someone in chat said it. Yeah. That's probably the most bang for my buck right now. In like an octagon shape. Okay, I thought so. Oh, because I loaded to the save. Granted, locked speed isn't really that much of a factor here, but I still won't say no. You can do survival with 0 kills and get it. That's hilarious. I just redid whatever the last one was. I think it's survival. Or is it overall? I don't remember. I've already forgotten Mobile 2 outside of that one weapon. It's just gone that fast. I wonder if they'll do Mobile 3 and 4. Like, I'm hopeful, but they haven't said anything about it. Whereas with, like, the first two, they announced them both on the same day. So, I'm almost worried that they're not going to go back for them. But also maybe, like, down the line they will. They're just not planning on it, like, soon, so they didn't want to say anything. I don't know. I didn't expect Mobile 2 to be so soon after the first one. I sent a media inquiry to Gmode. Haven't gotten a response yet. Maybe I should send one too. If we all send them inquiries about it, someone eventually has to get an answer, right? This is a joke, by the way, chat. Don't. Don't go and spam them with inquiries. Recover capsules is the new one. Sorry, I'm totally not doing something productive on the side of these streams and just masking them as a casual replay. What AC game was published by UB again? It was 4 Answer was UB. Who did 4 again? Was 4 Sega? Because I might have... Who published it? Why did it not come up on Google? Hello? It was Sega. Well, it was Sega in the US. Jesus Christ. I forgot that Armored Core used to have like a different publisher for every region with the old Armored Core games. They actually self-published it in Japan. But yeah, the US version is Sega. Okay. Oh no. All the publishing stuff with the old games is a nightmare. The oh no was when I searched for Armored Core 4, it pulled up a Reddit post of a guy saying that he's like playing it for the... He played AC4 for the first time after playing 6 because he heard everyone saying that Gen 4 was really good if you like Gen 6. And he was kind of disappointed by 4 because the missions were so simple and so quick and the story's kind of a mess. I'm assuming he's playing the US version. And he's like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna not play 4 Answer, actually. I think I'll just go back to 6. Tragic to see posts like that. Yeah, emulation's pretty solid for 4 Answer now. Granted, if you've got... like, if you have at least a mid-range build nowadays, then 4 Answer is good on emulation. But RPCS 3 is still just at that point where, like... And Xenia. Xenia is the same way right now if you're doing a 360 copy instead. You just have to have the horsepower for it because they're kind of a mess when it comes to performance. But surely over time, like, you know, hardware will keep progressing. They'll slowly optimize the emulators. Over time, it will be less of an issue, but they're both still at that point. Xenia will take a lot longer. Xenia is definitely trailing behind on that one. I would have recommended Gen 3 for people who like 6. I think 4 is probably a really strong recommendation for people coming off of Gen 6. It's kind of weird because Gen 6 is like so its own thing, but also has elements of like a lot of the older gens present. Like it takes a little bit from this, a little bit from that. So it's so weird to try to recommend like a specific gen after 6. I think 4 is a good pick though, because 6 does have a good bit of speed to it. Like the pacing is pretty fast. Obviously 4 Answer specifically is a lot faster, but a lot of new players appreciate the speed a lot. I agree with 3 if your first was AC6. Nexus is actually pretty good once you manage the heat. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Like I always say when people ask what gen to start with, I'm always like, whichever game you've seen that made you want to explore the other games, just play that one. Genuinely, just go with that one. I'm always such a release order guy. So my tendency is to be like, oh, well, if you enjoy Armored Core 6 and you want to check out the others, if you're going to play old gen, just go play Gen 1. But really it is just like, whichever one caught your eye, just go play that. Genuinely. And then branch out from there. Because they're all so different that you can bounce around and just enjoy each one for what it is. Play Last Raven after 6. Yeah, that's the thing. Dual analog is a good sidestep, but I also tell people all the time to at least try the old controls, just so that you understand. I don't shame anyone for going for the dual analog, but I do always encourage people to at least mess with the old controls for like 30 minutes minimum, just to know what they are. I still haven't tried dual analog on any of the old gen games. I still have not touched them. I worry that if they are really nice, I'll never go back. So I'm just not fucking with it. Old controls are perfectly usable. They are perfectly usable once you put a lot of time in and gotten used to them. Like I play on them when I play old gen. I haven't touched dual analog once, but they are a lot. There's a very steep learning curve for them. So when people are like, I want to play the old games, but I don't want to mess with the old controls, I'm just like, yeah, understandable. Do whatever you want. Look at him now. Yeah. It takes a lot of time, though. Like, that's the thing. I remember during the review series, the game where I first was like, I think I actually get the controls now. Not into the sense of just getting them, but like the point where I felt comfortable with the controls was when I was playing Silent Line, playing them all in release order. It took me like up to the last game that used them to really feel comfortable with them. The analog mods are a little rough since they're still sending digital inputs with the... Oh, are they? I thought the whole point of them was that they actually were modded to be analog input. Took 7 games. Yeah, that's the thing. It takes so long to adjust that when people are like, I don't know if I can do it, I just kind of go, yeah, that's understandable. Because I'm also way more patient with like retro gaming jank than your average gamer nowadays. And that's probably just because I'm a big retro fan. Gal City Guard. This is the Gal City Guard. Our city is now occupied by unknown giant organisms. I don't even know if organism is right, but I've never seen anything like them before. The things are extremely fierce and attack anything that moves. Our citizens have suffered many casualties from the animal horde. We have no way of fighting back. A biological analysis of their behavior patterns shows a social structure much like that of ants or bees. There must be a queen somewhere that directs the swarm. Investigators found an unfamiliar hole in the wall in the office district. That's a bit of a hole. So this might be the beast's nest. Your mission is to find and destroy the queen. If you can take out the leader, the swarm will become disorganized and we can take it from there. We're counting on you. I love that they're just like, yeah, there's a bit of an unusual hole over there. It's like a fucking AC-sized hole in the wall with a big cave behind it. You need to add Hawk Tua to the Cholebot.
System engaged.
Do I? I thought we were past this. I thought we were over the Hawk Tua. The 9-ball cosplay is too fun. Even though I can't have his actual pulse rifle, the basic one is still good. Just as is. Well, once you've got the optional parts, at least. Speaking of parts, I should probably have the hidden part list up, like with what missions they're in. Because, dude, I always forget where all of the hidden parts are. Like, I remember some. Like, I know where the Sawa is. I know the one on the bridge right at the start of the game. But I probably should still have that list and be checking it here and there. Because God knows I'll miss a bunch of them. Love the music on this mission. Oh, ow. Didn't see you there. I remember the one time on stream mentioning that the organisms in Gen 1 weren't actually giant ants. Everyone in chat was like, what? What do you mean they're not giant ants? They're organic. And I thought I was crazy. I was like, did I convince myself that they weren't? I was like, I could have sworn they were like robots with just an organic shell on them, pretty much. Like ant droids. My God, do they just infinitely spawn right here? I think they do. They do. They're literally spawning right there. Got it. Probably the same in here. Oh yeah, there's the big one. Bruh.
Target
Human
achieved.
plus on this build is so crazy. Awesome. Oh, broke sauce.
Give me the strokes, daddy.
Not on Twitch, though. Did you get the hidden part? Is there a hidden part? God damn it. Is there a hidden part? What was that mission called? Exterminate organisms? There is. All right, the list says, and I quote, in one of the corners of the room.
I shot a load, my bad.
It's in the queen's room. Okay. I'm going back for it. I'm going back. Even though I'm not going to use it. It's money. I want it. That's a new one? No, it's not. Give me the strokes. That's been there. I think that's one of the original ones, actually. Kind of funny how Silent Line had hidden parts everywhere. Bro, don't even get me started on Silent Line's hidden parts. It's been so long since we 100%ed Silent Line, and I'm still fucking pissed about it. Like, just... Ugh. That whole 100%. I'm still getting over it mentally. I just noticed balls in the scoreboard or whatever. Balls. Oh, 9 balls. That's the save files. I named the AC 9 balls. What was the issue? It's just so long. It's just so many hidden parts that aren't even like interesting parts. They're just recolors of AC3 parts with slightly different stats. And then all the S ranks and all of like the like hidden criterias for missions to extend or whatever it was. And then just all of it. Just all of it. It took so long. It's the longest old gen game to actually do everything. And yeah, like what's it?
System engaged.
Oh, there we go. The parts weren't even like cool. They're just kind of like, oh yeah, it's that part, but it's a little heavier and has more ammo or something like that, right? Which is fine. It's just, it's like half the parts in that game. And then it was just long. And ultimately, I got the bug as well, where my save file was stuck at 112, or sorry, not 112, whoa. Was stuck at 99% at the end of it, even though I had done everything, and we like quadruple checked it. We went through all the completion criteria just to be sure, and it was just bugged. Apparently it was something with like, if you do this before you do that, it gets bugged at 99. and there's just no way around it other than restarting and doing it again. So my save file doesn't even say 100% after all that pain and misery. AC6 took more than Silent Line. Yeah, but AC6, if you're asking me, it is way more interesting to like fully complete. Fake fan didn't even get 100. Yeah, it was brutal. It's like stealing the part on the first. Oh yeah, I think that was that. That sounds familiar.
Target identified.
Okay, it's in one of the corners. Oh, there it is.
FCS obtained.
Oh. Fuck it. Hit her with the big gun.
Target achieved.
Sounds like you need to play Silent Line Portable. No, please. You can't. You can't do that to me. I don't want to. You can't make me. But no, I did not reach out about the roguelike thing. Oops, wrong menu. New parts. We've now added the following AC parts to the shop. For details, refer to the descriptions of individual parts. WM-L201, powerful large missiles fired singly. WC-LN-350, linear gun for the shoulder, burst fire type weapon emphasizing firepower over number of shots. WC-XC-8000, energy weapon, fires laser beams. Calm is gradually returning to the streets in the wake of the disturbance caused by the giant organisms. The search for missing persons continues. You may have already noticed this yourself, but those things were in no way organisms. They are undeniably weapons that are disguised as organisms. That one. That's the line. From the looks of things, it appears that this outbreak was really a field exercise to test a new weapon. Such large-scale testing could only have been done by Murakumo or Chrome, so one of the two must have been behind it. Regardless of which it was, I feel that it will not be long before we see the confrontation between the two come to a head. I'll be in touch. What roguelike thing? Are you familiar with the roguelike challenge for AC6? Because basically it was just, I wanted to put together one of those for like the old gen games as well. Well, multiple of those for the old gen games as well. But, you know how they've got the parts like separated into tiers so that they can, you know, have the best parts in the game have like a lower drop rate and shit? I'm not, I should say, familiar enough with like Gen 1 per se to know how to tier out like every part in the game. So I was gonna reach out and be like, where do we find these people who are so overly familiar with like every part in the game, who will be able to give like an accurate tier listing of things? Karasawa's in a tier by itself, whatever the top tier is, and then also the shoulder laser gun that's like right up there with the Sawa would have to be up there, I feel. Probably. Can't remember what part that was. Is that the one that just got added to the shop, actually? I don't remember. It might not be in there yet, or it might be a hidden part. Hold on. Is it this one? What's the... Oh, attack power is 2065. It might be that one. It might be that one. That's like basically just the shoulder mounted Sawa. Because the Sawa deals 1500. It deals less damage, but has a slightly faster reload time. The other one had a reload time of 10. But yeah, that one too. Missed opportunity to call it Chustler One. You're right. What the fuck? What? Are Gundams similar to armored cores? Well, they're both mechs. I haven't actually, fake mech guy incoming. Just brace yourself. I haven't watched Gundam, like any of it, so I really couldn't tell you. I'm familiar with a couple of Gundams, only because like chat would mention them so often that I would eventually just look them up to see what they were. Boo this man. I've never watched Gundam. I've never watched Gundam. I've also never played Metal Wolf Chaos. Someday. Some Gundam is Gooner bait. Oh, yeah, I can type. How are mechs Gooner bait? I'm assuming the pilots, not the mechs, but maybe the mechs. It could be the mechs. Oh, ye of little faith. Well, now...
Just get better balls, Cole.
My balls are fine. Calm down. Oh. I hope the mic didn't pick that one up. That one was gross. Gundam is more like Dragon Ball Z. Or sorry, Mech Dragon Ball Z with drama. Are you saying that Dragon Ball Z doesn't have drama? How dare you? I feel like Dragon Ball Z might be one of the most dramatic shows I've ever watched in my life. You know how much yapping they did during Frieza's 5 minutes? Holy shit. You know how much yapping they do in general in Dragon Ball? Oh my god. Lifting weights. Murakumo Millennium Mission. I might end up going down the Murakumo path at this rate. Oh, I love this one. Recently, our transport blimps have been attacked one after another. We don't know what they want, but the blimp is always shot down, so the target is probably not the payload. Perhaps they are simply intending to interrupt our operations at someone's instigation. We could provide full-scale escorts, but this risks marring our reputation. These incidents have not gotten out to the public, so we want you to ride secretly in the blimp and repulse the attacking group. Note that we expect the battle to be fought on the blimp, so be careful not to fall. This is a good mission. Dragon Ball Z lacks the extremely obvious philosophical statements that the entire fan base ignores. I can read. Because cool explosions. I don't know, that sounds a lot like OG Dragon Ball. Not so much Dragon Ball Z. Definitely not Super. But OG Dragon Ball? OG Dragon Ball will have like an entire arc about fostering the next generation, and then all that ever gets remembered about it is like, holy shit, Roshi got buff as shit and blew up the moon. Oh boy. going well. Thank God for Human Plus, by the way. Is this one? The fuck? There it is. You mean Gen 1 augmentation? Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't you start crossing the timelines now. Don't encourage them.
Target achieved.
Oh, there we go. I absolutely could have bought an optional part last mission, but whoops. When Goku realizes he's now an old man and his smile is gone and returned after hearing Pan call him Papa hit me so hard. Best part is I can't tell if we're talking about Dragon Ball Super or GT. Oh, that is Super. I was saying that, but then Pan is not a baby in GT. Pan's an annoying little shit in GT, though. Super's largely missing it. Super has some of it. You haven't streamed MGS3 this past week? Is your category of games really that big? No, I talk about it whenever people are asking, like, why aren't you streaming this as much or that? I just weight my stream schedule based off of, like, what's doing better or worse at that time, which flip-flops all over the place. Like, the numbers change from, like, 1 week to another, even on the same game. But I track it all in, like, spreadsheets and stuff, and plan it out accordingly based off of that. So whenever I'm streaming something more or not streaming something as much, it really is as simple as like, this is doing better or worse. Which of these are new? Both of those top two. Doing anything. Don't worry about it. Oh no, no, not the cross-gen timeline, not again. Oh. It could be a thing. It could be. Maybe. But FromSoft has never said any of it, so I'm not taking the bait yet. I refuse. Until FromSoft is like, yeah, this is legit, and they just make it a thing. I'm holding my tongue on all the cross-gen stuff. Is the lore that confusing? Not really, because they do just kind of have them separated out into like separate continuities as is. But there are theories that float around about like how there is only actually one timeline and all of them like do feed into each other in one way or another. I've just never been a believer personally. At least again, until FromSoft like actually makes those connections in the games. I won't be. Or even if they just said it in like an interview or something, that would be fine too. Original plan for Z until too many people complained. Yeah. I wish that Gohan did get to take over. Gohan was my favorite as a kid until, until like Buu arc into GT, which at the time, GT was canon. In the pre-Super Dragon Ball timeline, GT was like a canon continuation. And even with Super, like, it still kind of overall feels like with Z, Gohan was like at least the secondary focus until the end of the Cell arc, where he became like the primary focus. And then after that, he just kind of got pushed off to the side because of like the editors encouraging him not to, based on feedback and all that, which does suck. But also the whole thing with the editors and them like changing things week to week with the manga did lead to a lot of what made Z so memorable. Because like my favorite story with the editors is that pretty much the entire Cell/Android arc was changed like 3 different times. Like the entire direction that arc was going in changed so many times based on feedback. Because originally, like, Jiro and 19 were just the villains for the arc. But then, after a couple chapters with them, the editors were like, hey, people think these designs are lame. They don't like these villains. So Toriyama wrote in, like, 16, 17, and 18. And then after a little bit with them, they came back and were like, hey, people still think that these are kind of lame. People aren't really a big fan of these. We need a new villain again. And so Toriyama pulled Cell out of his ass, and that changed the whole direction of things. It's kind of all over the place. But it did lead to a lot of what made Z good as well. It's only really in the Buu arc where it feels like being so focused on feedback actually hurt the series. Because other than that, I feel like everything worked out so well because Toriyama was so good at improvising. That's just the one spot where you can really, really feel like it did drag things down a bit. Because the pivot wasn't very smooth with the Buu arc. Them pivoting back to Goku in that arc felt pretty unnatural. Is it true that Goku's English voice actor is an arrogant asshole? It absolutely is. Sean Shamel is such an incredible voice actor, but such a fucking asshole. He is such a dick. It is absolutely true. Four through Verdict Day or lose. The connection with 4 and 5 is so weird. Don't ruin Sean Shamel for me. Bro, he ruined himself. He absolutely, Sean Shamel pisses me off so much. Because he is genuinely such an asshole. He, like, he's a dick to people doing, like, voice impressions of Goku. Because he believes that he is the voice of Goku and no one else can do it. Like, even just voice impressions, he will go out of his way to be a dick to impressionists on social media because they aren't the real Goku. And I don't get why. I don't get why he has to be like that. But he is like that for some reason. It's so weird. He is the voice of Goku. He's not. This is the thing. Okay, this is the thing. Not to be that guy, but I have to be that guy when it comes to Sean Shamel because he's like that. He's not the voice of Goku. He's the voice of Goku for some people. He does have the best scream for Goku, but he's like the secondary actor. He's the English actor, right? The woman who plays him in Japan is the voice of Goku. And a much more accurate Goku, because there's a whole thing with, like, Goku is supposed to have a very, like, hick country accent, And he does in Japanese because he grew up in the mountains completely isolated from people. So he never really learned how to talk properly as a kid. And just the whole rest of his life, the accent and way of speaking stuck with him. And, you know, Sean Schmel's Goku performance is great, but it doesn't reflect any of that. Yeah, Goku's voice actor in Japanese is a woman who's like in her 70s, by the way, and still screaming her lungs out in Daima. She's still got it. It's wild. A lot of their actors are really getting up there though. Yeah, that's also true. What Marcelo said. That's another great example of them listening to feedback and adapting based on that. Vegeta was going to just die at the end of the Saiyan arc, but the reason that they ended up sparing him was because people enjoyed Vegeta so much as a character that Toriyama decided he would kind of keep him in the back pocket to bring back later. Can't listen to JP Dragon Ball. I just can't with the high-pitched voices. Yeah, it is a little, it's especially jarring coming off of, like, if you grew up with the English dub, which, I mean, I did, right? So it definitely is jarring. I definitely have come to enjoy it more over the years. Like, when Super was airing and I was watching that in Japanese, just so that I was up to date with it, and then Daima again a few months back. Daima especially so, now that I have been studying Japanese for like a year and a half and can appreciate like Japanese voice acting a little more because of that. Like there's a lot of things that when you hear voice acting in other languages, you can pick up on like tone and stuff, but there's a lot of nuances that are just, they're completely lost when you don't understand what they're saying and you're just reading the subtitles. But, and especially so it's part of why I've come to love the voice work in the Yakuza series so much. It's just the more that I study the language, the more I'm like, holy fuck. Yakuza has legitimately never had a single bad voice actor among its main cast. Every single actor they get for those games knocks it out of the fucking park every time. It's insane. Like, it's not even like, oh, they're just good. Like, every one of them is giving, like, an 11 out of 10 performance every single time. It's fucking crazy. David Hayter's the Snake for me. No disrespect to Akio Otsuka. It's just, he's a great guy. He's got a great voice, but I don't see him as Snake. I can see that. I need to play Metal Gear in Japanese. Because I've seen clips of the Japanese dubs, but I really need to actually play them in Japanese. I feel like that would be fun. And absolutely J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson is one of those actors that just, no one else is J. Jonah Jameson anymore. It's just him. It's just him. I'm not a fan of Shinada's singing, though. Shinada's singing is funny, though. Like, it's intentionally not great. It's very funny. They play up the comedy with Shinada a lot. In general, but especially with the karaoke. I loved his karaoke singing just because it's funny. Sorry, I yap a little bit. We do a little bit of yapping. Let me check if there's a hidden part on this one before I start it. Crazy concept, I know. Not on this one. Do a little bit of banter. It's bad today. I'm yapping too much today. It's like, holy shit, I was playing a game. Chrome. Good old Chrome mission. We want you to break into an abandoned facility that was used by Murakumo in the initial stages of their Human Plus development. It was left after a fire some years ago. The Human Plus technologies were supposedly developed by Murakumo, but nothing has been released publicly about the initial stages of research, so many memories remain. Our surveys so far have not turned up much information. However, we received strange reports from a survey team recently dispatched to the abandoned facility. Parts of the facility are said to be operating even now, and strange capsules have been placed in the furthest most room. Upon trying to recover the capsules, the team was attacked by fighting machines that they had never seen before. They could not fight back and failed to recover the capsules. Your mission is to recover those capsules. We have no idea about their significance, but they might give us an advantage over Murakumo. We are counting on you. Who do you think is the better Snake, David Hayter or Kiefer? I think both of them are perfect for what they're doing. I feel like it's... I don't even like to compare them because I do like Hayter more traditionally, but I also think that Hayter would not have nailed Venom Snake the way that Kiefer did. Like, I can't imagine Hayter doing the performance that Kiefer did in that game, if that makes sense. So I don't even like comparing the two. Because, like, as much as Hayter is Snake, like, Kiefer is Venom in the same way for me. I feel like having Hayter voice him in Ground Zeroes was maybe a bad call. But then it's like, if Hayter had been Big Boss in Ground Zeroes and then just immediately switched over to Kiefer Sutherland for the Phantom Pain, I feel like it would have immediately given away what they were doing. Like, it would have been too obvious, if that makes sense. Oh, hole in the floor. Is there nothing down here? There's really not. Okay. In the final mission, if he voiced Ishmael, it would have been so peak. I feel like that would have been awesome. But, yeah, I can kind of get not wanting to pay both of them, because I'm sure that at that point in his career, Hayter was charging a premium. I mean, I say that. He probably still is. Like, for them having him re-record some stuff for Delta. But that would have been awesome. And fuck, how much money did they spend on the Phantom Pain anyway? Just spend a little more at that point. Just go for it. Hayter's fee couldn't have been that much more to the point where they couldn't afford it. And yeah, that's the thing. Like, Kiefer also would have been charging a premium, which is probably part of the reason why they didn't. But even just in general, I feel like they should have had Hayter voice Ishmael. Like, not even just for the final truth mission, just in general, that would have been perfect. But I really do love Kiefer in that game. What I do think is really funny, though, and I bring this up all the time, in MGS5, in the JP version, Akio Otsuka still plays both of them. Still plays Big Boss and Venom. There was no actor change in the Japanese version of MGS5. Like, they didn't change his voice. It was legitimately just because Kojima wanted a Hollywood star for Big Boss for so long, and that was like the perfect opportunity to do it after not getting to do it in MGS3. Oh, wait, why am I shooting it? Jesus Christ.
Target obtained. Target achieved.
He hardly had any lines. Yeah, that's the thing. I think I said something in my review about, like, Venom never spoke. Like, he genuinely was silent for so much of that game. But when he did speak, he was great. He was really good in that role.
Why is the horse holding a wiener?
That's a good question. Oh, wait. Mail. 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 We are now studying the capsule that you recovered. It looks to be very old, but we can't tell yet just how old. It is unmistakably from before the Great Destruction. We don't know how they got a hold of such a thing, but one thing is for certain. That Murakumo did not create the Human Plus technology. Hold on. Speaking of people getting recast by more famous actors, did you know that after Alec Baldwin fucking killed it in Red October, he wanted a raise for Patriot Games? The execs told him for that money we could have Harrison Ford. So they hired Harrison Ford. Honestly, I can't even blame them for that. That's just incredible. That's just funny. Even if they're not gonna do anything, could I slap an extra optional part into my AC? I could get the jam one. It'll maybe do something once in a while. I don't see why not. Damn, 3 slots for that though? On Silent Line, we discovered there's more layered cities on Gen 3. And after that, they're not mentioned again. That's true. I completely, like, glossed over that. Both when I first played them and when I did the 100%, and now you're making me think about it. Why did they never follow up on that in, like, Nexus Last Raven? You can tell in the final product it was affected by that. I don't... someone floated this idea by me once, like, long after I did the review. And it genuinely makes so much sense to me that it's... At first, I thought that the game felt so unfinished in the end. What's it? Because it just ends where it does. But someone floated the idea to me about, like, what if there was a planned game for after the Phantom Pain? Like, what if this wasn't just going to be the last game in the timeline? Because realistically, it probably wasn't. Especially with how it ended and everything. Because even with the cut mission, the one that did get cut that we have, like, the work in progress cutscenes for, that mission only tied up one of, like, the 5 loose plot threads at the end of the Phantom Pain. And it really does kind of make me think, like, was there a part 3? Like, was MGS 5 gonna have, you know, Ground Zeroes, the Phantom Pain, and then some third part that was also totally different and kind of, like, wrapped it up, so to speak? And it's really made me think about that, like, ever since. It really feels like there was maybe supposed to be a third game in that trilogy, I guess, so to speak. Or I guess just in that saga. A third... Let's just say there was supposed to be one more game in, like, that whole arc of Big Boss's story. Because I guess it really did start with Peace Walker. It's not like Ground Zeroes was the start of that. Like, the whole Peace Walker through MGS 5 saga, I feel like there was supposed to be one more game. At least. Because they just left so much open, like, to happen between the Phantom Pain and Metal Gear 1 that we never got any sort of closure on or follow up on. I feel like there has to have been something more that was planned, like, long term, that we just didn't get because of the fact that it got well, canceled because, you know, Koji Pro was gone. We'll see you around, Hot Sauce. Have a good rest of your day. Guard airplane is new. As is destroy base computer. I always felt like they could just connect either a remake of Metal Gear 1 or something else. Maybe. Man, that would have been awesome. Imagine if that was like the long-term plan. Was that after MGS5, they were gonna like redo Metal Gear 1, like Koji Pro themselves, but in a way that like not only modernizes it, but also plays more with all of the material that they had for the prequels, or from the prequels at that point. Was supposed to have a third environment. I've heard that too, but there's nothing that really suggests that outside of just rumors. Like, there's no files or anything that really reflect that. We did get work in progress stuff that got cut from the game on that extra disc, but none of that was like in a new environment. It might have been the bridge that connects them to the next Venom game. Maybe. That could be true. Yeah, I don't know. It definitely just feels like there was more planned after MGS5 for the series, now that I think about it more. Because it's like, when I was looking at it as this game is just unfinished, in that scope, it was like, you know, assuming that MGS5 was supposed to be the game to wrap everything up. But what if it wasn't? Like, what if there really was more planned long term beyond the Phantom Pain? Because it really does make me like, what if the Phantom Pain thing, with like people saying that the name and the fact that the game is unfinished like play into each other with like the whole theme, makes me think maybe that was really the case. Like, maybe that game was supposed to leave you hanging, leave you with a bit of Phantom Pain, and then later they would just clean it up, make it fit within the whole series better. Led a lot of those plans to be scrapped. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's such a general assumption, and I was absolutely part of this for a long time, that like all of those scrapped plans were scrapped plans for the Phantom Pain. But ever since someone really like genuinely pointed out that those scrapped plans could have just been for the franchise going forward, it's made me like, that makes so much more sense, weirdly. Like, it made me genuinely just sit there and be like, why did I assume that the Phantom Pain was the last game? Like, that it was always intended to be the last game. I just had that assumption. Why? Because, I mean, nowadays it is the last game, but that doesn't mean it was meant to be. Like, when it was made, right? I think it was a comment. I don't think it was someone in stream. I think it was a comment on the video that made me really just like, wait a minute. Because for a long time, people would be like, the whole point is that it leaves you with all of this like unfinished. It's the Phantom Pain. It's the whole theme of the game. And I was like, yeah, that's stupid. But now I've kind of come around on it and been like, there was probably more for a future entry. And that game, while maybe some stuff got cut, was largely what it was always intended to be. Really made me think, turned my brain on in that sense. I was like, wait a minute. Because it does just make sense. Because yeah, that's the thing. The game is just so polished. Like, it doesn't feel like an unfinished game outside of the story. There's nothing unpolished about the Phantom Pain. There's nothing outside of the story that feels incomplete about it to me. Yeah, that's the thing. What if the final cutscene that we see with him in Outer Heaven was supposed to be the next Venom game? Or maybe it was always going to be at the end of that game, but the next game would pick up where that leaves off, with Venom fully aware of who he actually is and what role he's playing. God, that could have been fucking cool. A game where you still play as Venom, but with the knowledge of who you are and what you're doing. God, that could have been fucking sweet. Still pre-MGS1, or sorry, pre-Metal Gear 1, but just you would actually know the whole time, like from the start. That would be awesome. That would be fucking awesome. Anyway, I'm playing Armored Core, aren't I? It's crazy. Another Chrome mission. We want to run tests on a new weapon. As in the last mission, we want you to fight a new model Chaos weapon. That is all. This time, we envision a street battle, fought at test track number 6. We have made improvements to this advanced MT based on the previous data. It might be a bit stronger. If you are defeated by the MT, you have no right to be called a Raven. This time, we have prepared some special parts as your pay. They are new products not yet out on the market. However, to make sure you give it your all, you get paid only if you win the fight. Good luck. Chaos version 0.9. I think the first one was what, 0.6? Or was it 0.8? Maybe it was. 6 or 8, definitely.
Begin the test. Fight with all your might.
System engaged.
How do you continue with that ballsy ending? That's the thing. Like, whatever you do with the next game to follow up MGS5, if that's what you want to do, that's going to have to be a really bold game, just story-wise and everything. And doing that without Kojima would be very risky. On Konami's part, I mean. Not even just in the sense of, like, it would be hard to write, which it would be.
Very good.
But they could absolutely write something.
But you get no break.
More so in the sense of, like, I feel like regardless of how they follow that up, fans would be very upset at pretty much anything they do with it, if that makes sense. And granted, not all fans, but definitely a portion of the fandom would just be upset that they even dared to make their own continuation of it without him involved. It would be a very ballsy move just in general. And very risky for them. Because I've said a lot, I'm pretty sure the only reason that we're getting Delta as like a new attempt at reviving Metal Gear as a franchise is because it is pretty much the safest play they could have made.
Here. Thank you for your help. This ends the test.
What if we got to build Outer Heaven? Dude, that's the thing. That structure could have worked for a follow-up, and we could have built Outer Heaven. Like, fully knowing what we're doing and everything. That would have been so fucking cool. Now that you say it, that would have been so awesome. Ugh. God damn it. That would have been so good. Maybe Venom forms Foxhound and Solid Snake joins the ranks. I think Big Boss is the one who's involved with Foxhound and not Venom, though, right? Yeah, he has to be. Because they're pretty explicit about Snake and Big Boss, like, knowing each other. With, like, the ending of MGS4 and stuff like that. Like, later material. Snake and the actual Big Boss knew each other well. Snake learned CQC from the actual Big Boss. Yeah. I thought it was him who was in Foxhound while Venom was building Outer Heaven. And he was also doing his Zanzibar thing on the side. That was my understanding, and I think that is right. I think. Maybe. I'm gonna go cry thinking about what could have been, bro. Just that concept of, like, a Phantom Pain follow-up uses the general structure of, like, Peace Walker and Phantom Pain, but you know exactly what you are and what your purpose is, and you yourself get to build up Outer Heaven in a game that takes place, like, just before Metal Gear 1. Oh, That could have been so good. That could have been so fucking good. That concept is insane. That concept is so good. Damn it, dude. No new missions, I don't think. No. God, I'm hungry. I've been trying to eat less to cut weight and shrink my stomach back down. But holy hell, I'm hungry. Still ate a good breakfast, just I've been eating a lot more. Building a little more muscle because I wanted to. I wanted to be stronger again. It's a cycle. Every year or so, I'm like, I want to be a little stronger. And it's always some fucking game that does it. I swear to God. I'm such a nerd. I'm the gym nerd. The notorious gym nerd, where I'm like, Gears of War remaster's about to come out. So I played through Gears of War with my girlfriend in co-op. She had never played it. Just to refresh myself, and then, you know, she gets to play it. It's a good co-op game. And playing it, I'm like, man, these guys are huge. Like, maybe I should bulk up a little more. Just a little more. Your candy came in today? You ordered it? It came in? What did you get? Don't tell me. But what? What did you get? You had to order it. It's not just something you got at like the store. What the fuck did you buy? You'll laugh when you see it. Some girls love skinny dudes. That's the thing too. False does. I don't build muscle for the girls. I see like the Coltrane when I replay Gears of War, and I'm just like, that guy's fucking huge, dude. I'm like, I want to be big like the Coltrane. See, women, we don't work out for you, we work out for our homies. I work out just for me. I just want to, I don't need to be like Coltrane huge, but I'm like, that guy's big. There's something about it. And I know it's not just me. I know my buddies do the same thing. My buddies who also gym are just like, yeah, last year it was Tekken. When Tekken 8 came out, and I was a Kazuya and Jin main at the launch, and I was just like, bro, Kazuya's shoulders, Kazuya's chest, holy moly. The other day, one of our special transport, oh, this is a good one too. Crashed. Satellite images show the wreck near the center of a giant crater called Big Hit. We are not worried about the cargo, but the problem is records of our transactions are stored in the transport's computer. They are encrypted, but not absolutely safe. Unconfirmed reports put a Murakumo detachment in the area. You must completely destroy the nose section holding the recorder. Destroy all Murakumo on site. If you let even one of them escape, your mission will fail. Be sure to shoot them all down. That is all. I used to be quite toned, then my sixth pack became a keg. Peg. Sorry. Freudian slip. I used to have a six pack too. And then I got less. Well, I'm still pretty good about what I eat.
This is the target.
But I got more like, as long as
I'm
I'm somewhat self-controlled, I can eat whatever I want, and I lost it. I got a bit of a belly
System
now.
engaged.
Not bad. Just, yeah,
Enemy
a little
found.
bit. I lost the six pack. I could get it back. Like, I know I've done it before. So I absolutely could do it again. I don't know if I want to, though. Ooh. can't keep track of these guys, like whether they're up or down. They're so small. And then I'm getting bounced around by their guns. Speaking of Tekken characters that are fucking hoot,
Enemy
you guys
approaching.
see
Danger. Danger.
Uh-oh, I forgot.
Danger.
You guys see Fuck Your Mom in Tekken 8 now? Now that he's finally there? Holy.
Name of AC. Kamui Mark 17.
That guy is a fucking beast. And also, yes, I did out her, but False does like skinnier guys typically. Like that's her type. I just want to be big. I want to be big like the Coltrane, like Marcus Phoenix. We're good. Do I need to actually... Am I on the wrong side? Oh, this is just this hole.
Target achieved.
There. Destroy it, not yoink it. Didn't expect Gears to give body dysmorphia. Anything, really. That's what happens when you go gym. It's the common meme that, like, the gym will make you develop it. It's so real. Getting toned is more manageable. Absolutely. Because getting big, you have to do the whole thing with, like, calorie surplus to build and protein minimums to build, and then you cut it back later if you want it to be toned rather than just bulk. And then, you know, your general maintenance goes up. So just in general, if you want to keep the muscle after you tone it, then you have to just change your diet to where your new normal diet will keep the muscle, but without you like gaining weight. And it's a pain in the ass. Getting toned, like going from being fat to just in shape was so much easier. It was so much easier than actually trying to like build muscle and maintain it. Was this about Chole having abs? I used to. I lost them because I started just eating whatever, like, treats or whatever I wanted, desserts. I'll be like, you know what? That was a great meal. And that brownie on the dessert menu is speaking to me. I'm gonna eat a fucking brownie. Or just in general being like, you know what? I'm getting a pizza tonight for dinner. I'm having pizza for dinner. I started doing that again and I lost it. And honestly, I don't really care because good food is great. Love good food. I don't have like an overwhelming need to get them back at all. As long as you don't go to Tekken level, then we have to talk. I don't know. Maybe someday. Yeah, if it keeps happening on this like every year or two cycle, then maybe by the time I'm like 50, I could be built like Kazuya Mishima. I will never be built like Kazuya Mishima, by the way. Have you seen that guy? No. If you even want to dream of looking like that, that has to be like your whole life. Your existence has to revolve around building and maintaining that physique. Do not have that kind of motivation to stop doing the things I enjoy. Yeah. I started like right before COVID because I started by just going to the gym in the morning, like before class with my buddies who already went. And then afterwards, COVID hit and I was like, oh, I have all this time now. You know, I don't have to go to class for 7 hours a day. I just have like my 30-minute lectures on a Zoom call and then it's over. I'm free to do whatever after that. And I just kind of kept the habit since then. And I've mostly worked from home in that whole time too, like since COVID first hit. There was a little bit where I didn't, where I would work on site, but that was only for like 4 months that I even did that. So generally it hasn't been too bad to maintain. One of the hot single girls I know says she stopped dating ripped guys because they have no life, no hobbies, no passions outside of their own body. It's so true. It is absolutely, like, that's the thing. If you do get really ripped and, like, you maintain it consistently, it's like, that's a lot of work. That is genuinely, your life revolves around that to a certain extent, at least. That's why I'm not ripped. That's why I'm not ripped. I'm like, yeah, I want to be kind of big, kind of generally toned, somewhat, and that's good enough. I'm good with that. Because then at a certain point, it's like, I want to eat food that I enjoy. I want to have time to just play video games. I want to keep a consistent work schedule. I got other things too. I aim to get as normal as a normal guy can be. Kind of based, actually. Today's Sunday. Yeah, today is Sunday. I randomly was like, holy shit, is it Monday? I thought the market was open. I triggered like a sleeper agent there. I was just like, whoa. No, we're good. Okay, hold on. This mission is guard airplane. No hidden parts, right? Gotta check. I gotta be better about checking when I don't know the game inside and out. This one does not have hidden parts. We're good. From Murakumo. We want you to guard Dr. M. I can speak. Okamura, an authority on genetic engineering. One of his experiments was grossly misunderstood, and he has received many death threats in the past. A terrorist group has also threatened to attack him during his next visit to Isaac City. Dr. Okamura is now at our lab, but he will leave for Isaac City in a couple days. He plans to travel by airplane. We want you to serve as a guard at the time of takeoff. This one is easy. I remember this one. I would like to get ripped once at the very least, but don't really want to maintain it. That's actually kind of base too. I want to do it. I don't need to keep it. I just want to do it once. I can see that. Just do it to set up my Tinder profile. Oh man.
System engaged.
I don't know how that would go.
Tower to Raven, come in. 3 unidentified craft are approaching. Be careful. Tower to Raven, come in. Eliminate all enemies on the runways.
Oh my god, it's my favorite Gen 1 enemy, Big Wheel. I fucking love Big Wheel. Don't mind me nuking myself. Totally intentional. If you're not familiar, these enemies are legitimately called Big Wheel.
It's carrying reinforcements.
Like, that's the official name from FromSoft. These little guys are called Big Wheel.
Good work, Raven. The doctor just took off safely from another airport. We're gonna blow up that airplane along with the enemy craft. Stand back.
Bone Wheel Ancestor.
Target achieved.
I love that they're just actually called Big Wheel. That's the only reason they're my favorite. I only just saw I also have a type Chun-Li. I only just saw that. Insufficient Chole points. I don't know how many you got. Get love, assumedly. Is that how you'd say
I'm
it?
gonna piss in your mouth.
Get love. Why am I looking this up? Oh, I see. That is a big wheel. That is absolutely a big wheel. Maybe I should watch False, you want to watch Gundam? We could watch Gundam. I just saved. Hold on, well, I'm this far now. After we finish The Boys, please. Is that a yes? Wait a minute. Was that a yes? Sounded like it. That's what I thought, if you want to. I was joking, but sure. I was joking because I thought you would be like, fuck no. But sure. YouTube. She likes to hide over in Twitch chat. Don't ask me why, but she does. When does the Chrome and Murakumo like path split happen? Because I feel like I've got to be at least near the point where they split. Got to be right around there. It's the factory entrance missions. Oh, is it that late in the game? Really? Well. Trying to find like Chole is false a baddie. Yes. What the fuck you mean, is she? False is Chole a baddie. What is this? I'm trying to find the names of the missions. I'm just seeing if that's a thing I can find. But it's kind of a specific question to Google, and also it's like Armored Core 1. So, you know. Is it really that late that they like actually define the routes? Yeah, no one really has like taken the time to specify where exactly that happens. Is Cleric here? He would probably know. He was here earlier. I don't know. I'll just figure it out, I guess. I don't really need to know that bad. I was just trying to find, like, where exactly is the point where it, like, locks you into one or the other. Anyway, a request from the Raven's Nest. Come participate in an AC battle that the Nest will be holding over the next few days. This invitational event pits ace pilots in AC to AC battles where the winner takes all. Naturally, there are benefits to entering. The winner of each battle will be presented with prize money in an amount equivalent to the pay for a normal mission. We will decide the opponents for the battles. You are free to choose any weapons or equipment. We look forward to your active participation. Chole's a bad influence on me. I think that's a good influence. If I convinced you to pre-order Gears Reloaded, I think that's a great influence. Pay attention to her preferences. I know the preferences. I know.
With your skill, one-on-one isn't a fair fight.
Oh, great.
So we have evened things up with a bit of a handicap. Now let's start.
System engaged.
Great.
Name of AC. Fefner.
Fefner. Oh, son of a bitch. Ah, that would have been sweet. Why are you two flying so much? Jesus. Let a man get some splash damage in. That actually, was that a direct hit?
Target achieved.
Only 40? Yeah. It's selling at like a discount. I think because it's the second time they've remastered Gears 1. What gen has your favorite Sawa? It's 1. It's 1. The 6th one is really cool just for like the overcharge mechanic, and it's really like it looks cool. It feels fun to use. But the Gen 1 Karasawa is the one. Like it just always is. The Gen 2 one is pretty fun too. But then after Gen 2, I'm not a big fan. Up until like Gen 6 is fun to use. I would never say it's great. It's pretty good in Gen 6. But after Gen 2, I'm not a big fan. Well, and I also just saw... Look at that. The Chustler is all the way up there. Next to the Faker, the Imposter. Look at him. Gen 5? Really? It's not bad in Gen 5. But dude, you know, in Gen 5, especially in Verdict Day, just the basic rifles are insane. Like Karasawa level, just basic solid round rifles in Gen 5 are fucking nuts for no reason. I don't know why they're so good. They're just that good. 4-2? Had a lot of buffs and changes. It's great now. Is it great now? I don't know if I believe you. Wait, the new Dying Light game is next month? What do you mean, duh? What? Really? Didn't they, like, just announce it, though? Oh, it's in September. Okay. It's 2 months away. 2 months away. Didn't Kojima say he wanted to quit the Metal Gear series after Metal Gear Solid 2? Here's the thing about Kojima saying he wanted to quit. Yeah, he wanted to quit after every single Metal Gear game, and even then, he said that, but no one was ever, like, forcing him to make more Metal Gear. That was never, like, you need to make more Metal Gear, or you're fired, because he did work on other projects as well. He constantly said in interviews that he wanted to quit after every single game. But the only time that he tried to was MGS. After MGS3, he was basically only supervising the development of MGS4, but he wasn't directing it. But then everyone started like sending death threats and shit to the team working on MGS4 when they found out about that. So he went back to direct 4 just so that the fans would calm down and stop threatening the developers of the game. So even then, like the one time that he was forced to go back, it was the fans that forced him to go back. Because they were just being such assholes about him not working on it. Who's directing 4 again? Okamura? That sounds right. Hold on. MGS4 original director. I can't remember exactly who it was. It comes up with Hideo Kojima. Oh, no, it was Murata who was directing it originally. Who was like the co-writer of every game, including like MGS 1, 2, and 3. He was like the co-writer on all 3 of them. And he was the director of 4 originally. Considering the MGS fan base, is it truly any wonder he jumped ship the moment he could? Fair. Because yeah, he did say every game, like after the release of every game, that he wanted to stop making them. Oh, and sorry, I say the only point he ever tried to was after MGS 3. He also never intended to make a sequel to the original Metal Gear until he found out about Snake's Revenge and decided to make his own more official, in air quotes, sequel to Metal Gear 1 instead of just letting Snake's Revenge be the sequel. He heard about it and he didn't like the direction that it was going in, and he thought of his own, like where he would have taken it instead, and then decided to make that. But originally, he was never going to do any sequel to Metal Gear 1. He just didn't plan on it. He had no interest in it until then. So yes, he did intend to leave twice, but then he says that he intended to leave so many other times that honestly, if you're asking me, I just don't believe him. I think he's just talking out of his ass with that stuff. Which, as much as I love Kojima, I am also the first to admit that he talks out of his ass a lot. He absolutely just talks out of his ass all the time. As much as I love him, I respect what he does, he talks a lot of shit that honestly is hard to believe. Anyway, release organisms from Murakumo. We have uncovered the true nature of the mysterious organisms that appeared in Gal City. They are not organisms, but rather a type of biological weapon. They were developed by Chemical Dine Corporation, a biochemical manufacturer allied with Chrome. They were lax in telling the truth and taking responsibility for the incident. This is your mission. Break into Chemical Dine's research facility, search for the biological weapons, and release all of them upon discovery. The facility is certain to have a considerable number of test subjects. Releasing them all will certainly cause the facility to collapse. This will cause much damage to Chrome. This may seem like a dirty trick, but it is the most effective method to stop Chrome from running amok. Naturally, do not bother with the biological weapons. We will deduct 500 credits for your pay for each one killed. Detailed instructions will be given to you by radio after you have entered the facility. How much hustle has the Chustler been up to? So much hustle. Lots of hustle. When was the KOTOR remake coming out? Never.
System engaged.
Such a superior game
We
to
believe the
Snake's
targets
Revenge
are
in every way.
scattered
It's
throughout
crazy.
the facility. Release them as soon as you find them.
It is absolutely so much better. I only say like more official in air quotes because, again, he never really was going to do a sequel at all until he found out that there was already a sequel being done without him. And then he was like, oh, well, okay, I'll make the real sequel. Which, when you think about it, is so Kojima. That he was just like, no, this game doesn't need a sequel. I'll just move on to my next thing. Until he finds out that someone else was going to do it without him.
There it is. I believe the device on the wall is the lock mechanism. Destroy it.
There. Let me do a little bit of,
Trouble in the test vats. Lab and security personnel proceed to the site immediately.
Nope, no problem here.
I think we've been noticed. Hurry up and get to the next one.
No problems here. I need to actually play KOTOR before the remake comes out. Thankfully, you have essentially an eternity to do that. Because that shit's never coming out. That game has been stuck in development hell for a while. And knowing how Star Wars products in development hell tend to go, I'm just gonna assume we never get it. I'm sorry, are there turrets? Like, literally, yeah, tucked in the corner. Assholes. Oh, there we go. They'll come out together with System Shock 3 and Fable 4, exactly. Around the same time as the Phantom Pain Chapter 3. Yep. I don't think I want to be in here, chat. I don't think that's a place I want to go. Oops. Whoa. Fancy room. Oh, there is a door over there. Okay, hold on. I am just hoping that I've gotten all the targets so far. fuck? Yeah. I don't know where the fuck I am, chat. I will be so real. I am all sorts of lost. Have I looped? Yes. Thought so. Okay, yeah, that is the only door down here. Oops. Try going this way this time. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh no, there's not a hidden part in there, never mind. Yeah, I know the head doesn't have auto map. I know now. It's awful. Needs it. I must have missed one up top. So that's definitely the lowest level. Nine Ball is not balls. He's great. He just doesn't have an auto map.
So many erections!
He's not balls. Oh. Quackleton, thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh. Oh my god, I'm gonna run out of ammo. That's what this is for. There go 1,000 credits. What's that? Oh. Just a little fella. I heard this frog was racist. Maybe the guy who drew it was racist. No, the Pepe being racist thing was so dumb. It was literally just that there were racist people online who liked to use Pepe emotes, like in their group chats and stuff, their community spaces, and that was it. And I can't remember who ran that article. And it really blew up for whatever reason. I don't remember who it was. But no, Pepe is just like a piece of Twitch culture from back in the day.
Raven, that is enough. Go back now.
Target achieved.
That's stupid. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what that was. But it was basically that. And yeah, the guy who created Pepe also, what's it? Like, came out and was like, no, there was nothing racist about this. It was just a funny frog drawing. Sad frog. Because the original is Sag. This incident has come to be a significant one. When those biological weapons began overflowing into the streets, the Murakumo side skillfully manipulated public opinion to make it all seem to be the responsibility of Chrome. The tide can no longer be halted. Chrome will probably be destroyed, even if you do not do them in yourself. But they are not dead yet. It is said that nothing is more dangerous than a wounded animal. I'll be in touch. Yeah, hold on. I have to go look now. It was the Washington Post. I found the article. How Pepe the Frog became a racist symbol. From the Washington Post. I know piss breaks today. I just haven't really needed to go yet, although I am kind of getting there now that you say it. But the first thing you get when you search about it now is, what's it? The first result, if you search to try to find the article, is the Anti-Defamation League and their big, like, fact check on it. Internet users appropriated the character and turned him into a meme, placing the frog in a variety of circumstances and many different things. Many variations became rather esoteric, resulting in the phenomenon of the so-called rare Pepes, in quotes. This is the first I've heard that. The majority of uses of Pepe the Frog have been and continue to be non-bigoted. However, it was inevitable that as the meme proliferated in online venues such as 4chan, 8chan, and Reddit, which have many users who delight in creating racist memes and imagery, a subset of Pepe memes would come into existence centered on racist, anti-Semitic, and other bigoted themes. That was basically it. That's the whole thing. Pepe was just generally an internet meme, mostly popular through like Twitch. Who eventually, like, some people did make racist versions of Pepe, but Pepe himself is not racist. It was just a really weird Washington Post article where they made it out to be that Pepe as a whole was like a racist symbol. Like a dog whistle was like their thing. They were saying like people who use Pepe are racist. What about the Deus Ex character? That's the same thing. JC Denton from Deus Ex. Like doing okay with your hands? Yes. Like that. I forgot about that one. The okay hand symbol actually being like a dog whistle for white power and not actually meaning okay. I remember it because they were like, this. You see this? It's W P. White power. Obviously. That is such a reach. I forgot about that one until just now. Like, until he said it, I forgot about that, but that was wild. Forgot about the white power okay hand thing. Oh, here it's like I thought that you were trying to say gotcha game for a second. It's like a got you game, and you can punch someone. No. That's not this. That's when you do it upside down, like under a table or like under your waist, like you make them look down at it. That one is up here too. I can't remember what it was called. Like there's a name for it. I can't remember it, but that's a thing here too. But it's different. It's different. Use the middle finger. It might have been what it was here. I don't remember exactly. Oh wait, no. Okay is you use the middle finger? Because it makes an O and a K? Oh. Oh. By ultranationalist groups. Yeah, it's one of those things where like 99.9% of people who are doing it are not doing it for that. But sure, like things like that will always end up being used by people for unsavory things. But extrapolating that into like everyone who does this is a white supremacist is crazy shit. Kind of goes without saying. Gen Zers. Alsa's old. Chole is Gen Z. Hey, don't let her fool you. She's like on the border of Gen Z. She's barely not Gen Z. She was born just before Gen Z started. Don't let her fool you. Don't let her fool you. My brother told me that the OK hand signal is very close to a gang sign in our city. Probably isn't a lot of cities, to be honest, because like how many creative gang signs can you make with the human hand? Surely a lot of them have something that's close to it. There's a lot of crazy people in this world. The internet made that more obvious. Yeah. Why do you love MILFies? What, do you not? How do you not? How could you not? Okay, hold on. Rocking the cradle here. You guys are crazy. Hold on. I am going to take a piss break. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'll be back in a minute. Feel free to get up, get a drink, snack, bathroom break yourself, whatever. And when I'm back, we keep chustling. I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back. I'm back. And see, this time I'm not gonna get any crazy accusations. Since Hasriel went at the same time and got back at like the same time. See? It's not that I just am so fast that you can't even believe that I wash my hands. It's normal. It's normal. Completely on par, even. It was like that dam from the Battlefield 6 trailer. You know what does worry me a little bit more? And even then, not really now that I've seen some of the new Battlefield 6 leaks, but you know what's weird to me? That trailer that we got recently, like the 2-minute pre-rendered one with all the shots, we know now, because someone confirmed it, an insider confirmed it, those aren't even cutscenes from the game. Like, I had thought that those were cutscenes from the campaign. But apparently they're not. They are genuinely just pre-rendered scenes to reflect like what the game is going to generally be like in terms of vibe and theme and all that. But those aren't cutscenes from the campaign, which I had thought they were. No, they're genuinely just pre-rendered cutscenes that were done in the game's engine to showcase what they're generally going for. They're playing a Killzone 2, but the thing is, and I would show them on stream just to be like, but look at this, the game looks great. We've been getting a lot of gameplay leaks from like the recent build testing. And like, the game looks great. The game looks really, really good in the state that it's in right now in the testing. So it's weird to me that they wouldn't just like lead with that. Like, the game looks great. Just use it. Just use the game to show the game. It looks awesome. The leaks that I've been seeing have given me so much faith in this game. A game that I was very skeptical of, like, up to this point, because they just weren't showing it. But now, like, I'm seeing more and more leaks that are more recent, and I'm just like, dude, this looks awesome. Like, what are they doing? Just show this off and you'll win over so many people. It would have won me over way sooner. I don't get it. I don't get it. Game looks great, genuinely, which makes it so much weirder that they're just not showing it. That could potentially pull off getting Killzone 2'd besides Gorilla. True. I'm doing that thing again where I'm just yapping. Requester Boss Savage. What'd you say? Use helps me out with a little job I'd taken. I think I'm over my head on this one. You see, it's at the bottom of the sea. Yeah, an abandoned undersea base northeast Agria. I was supposed to get rid of all the guys who'd moved in. They says it was an easy job, so I takes it. But these guys are weird. You take them down, but they keep coming back. Nothing to do but get out of there. But I just can't leave it. Pay a 35,000 credits for the job. Can't tell you who I'm really working for. Look, I'm giving you all I should have been paid. All in advance. This time, it's not just for the money. I got me a reputation to keep. Anyone who can fight'll do. I'll be waiting. Battlefield 6 trailer has more likes on YouTube than the BO7 trailer. Bro, I'd fucking hope so. That Black Ops 7 trailer, I've said it since it came out. That Black Ops 7 trailer just was a whole nothing burger. And I was just talking to False about this.
This base is certain to have secrets. Split up into 2 groups and search.
Like, just talking to False about this. I'm worrying about Black Ops 7 a little bit right now. Because it is about to be August.
Cannot unlock gate.
Right? Like, we're right on the cusp of August. Call of Duty comes out always. Late October, early November. In that, like, 4-week span. Always. Like, without fail, I don't think a Call of Duty game has ever released outside of, like, that general window. So we're, like, you know, 3-ish months out from the game releasing, and we have not seen the game. We just haven't. They haven't shown it. We have not seen the game. Jar Jar Binks briefing. Is that the voice I'm supposed to read it with? Also, I know that there was supposed to be like a leaked release date for Battlefield 6 recently. Does anyone know it? Has anyone heard it? That we can talk about because it's all alleged and speculation. Does anyone know what that leaked release date was? It was coming like along with a lot of that new test footage that leaked. Does anyone, who heard it? Is it this year? Or is it like early next year maybe? August 4th, no. No way. Could you imagine? They show like the multiplayer gameplay thing on July 31st. And then they're just like, it comes out in 4 days, by the way. That would be insanity. October 10th or 11th this year. That sounds about right for Battlefield. Because normally they try to release Battlefield like just before Call of Duty. I think in the hopes, I'm assuming this is why they do it. In the hopes that like people will go play that, thinking that they're just gonna play it first, but then when the new COD comes out,
The doors to this room.
they won't like
Sorry, but killing
the new
you
COD
is
as much
my
as the new
mission.
Battlefield, so
I
they'll
will
go
take
back.
my leave
I don't
now.
know. I don't know if that is the play.
Cannot unlock gate.
That's just my theory. Call of Duty streams when? I have joked about, well, not so much joked. I've spitballed the idea of playing the COD campaigns, like in a marathon for stream. They're all only like 5 to 7-ish hours a piece anyway. I'm like, we could do a series just marathoning all the Call of Duty campaigns, because some of them range from genuinely great to just total shit. And you never really know what you're gonna get with a Call of Duty campaign. Some of them are actually really good. And then others are just like, how did this ever get released? So I think it would actually be a really fun series to go through. I'm gonna do World at War on Veteran. I'd probably do all of them on Veteran. I don't think I would do any of them on like realism or anything, but probably Veteran. I got Infinite Warfare for $8 yesterday. I've been having fun. Dude, that campaign is so good. That's one of the really like sleeper hit good ones. No, it isn't for real. Yes, my birthday is actually the day that MGS2 takes place. I'm not memeing when I say it. It is legitimately, that is actually my birthday. When I first played it, I thought that her saying that like today is April 30th was personalized based on the birthday you enter at the start. I had to Google and be like, is it actually personalized? And it's not. I just thought it was because it turns out the game takes place on my birthday. And the game has you enter your birthday at the start of Raiden's bit.
So many erections!
the beam will... Oh. Really? Oh, if it hits. Why does it ask your birthday? Really no reason other than it puts it on your dog tag in the final cutscene. It just prints your, like, entered birthday on there.
Escape pod discovered. Combat terminated.
Yeah, MGS5 does play a cutscene on your birthday. It's great. What mission was that? Remove base occupants. Does that have a hidden part? I feel like it does. It doesn't. Okay. Question marks? Well, well, well. I never imagined that you would come back alive. Sorry, hiccup. It seems that I underestimated you. Well, you certainly showed me. We shall meet again someday. I look forward to that day. Might be a Kojima thing. He kind of does it in a lot of games, the birthday thing. Oh, wow. A couple of new ones here. This game has so many missions. Between Gaiden and Pirate Yakuza, and a ton of them are leaning towards Gaiden. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, none of them, or sorry, none of them. Neither of them seem necessarily, like, loved within the community. But I feel like everyone seems to have shifted towards a collective meh for Pirate Yakuza post-release. Like, when it first came out, like, the first few days of everyone playing it, everyone was like, oh my god, it's so peak. But then it kind of mellowed out. And everyone was kind of like, yeah, it's just... it's fine. It's okay. Each COD game has that one mission that absolutely sucks on Veteran for one reason or another. Bro, everyone talks about World at War's Veteran campaign being hard. Why does no one talk about COD 4? Particularly the timed segments in COD 4. Because there are multiple, and they are all terrible on Veteran. Every single one of them. Holy fuck. Because not only does the game get harder, but the difficulty will also shorten the timers. So, it's pretty dog shit. You get like a super, super tight time window, and then you're on Veteran. And the combination is just brutal. Just absolutely brutal. I don't want to do the gas mission, but I should because it pays well. But also it's a pain in the ass. But I'm going to do it. I'm just not going to like it. Maybe the remaster. Oh, I think the remaster might have made them easier. It's possible. But holy hell, they're so bad. on COD 4. They're so bad. One shot, one kill is disgusting on Veteran. Which mission was that? Oh my god, yes, the holdout at the end of this mission is disgusting. You're right. I had to check the name, because I thought it was that one, actually, but I had to be sure. Yes, the holdout at the end. Oh my god. That mission is just so brutal. The holdout at the end. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. COD 4 is really fucking hard on Veteran. Not many COD games are. COD 4 is. I should add it to hold on. How do I get to my drafts on Patreon again? I know I saved this somewhere. Oh, is it in library? Yes, it is in library. There we go. Then where's the save button? I'm still so bad at using Patreon. Ah, there's the save button. Got it. I put Call of Duty campaigns on for whenever I next have to like poll for bonus streams. I added that. Okay. I think I'm mentally prepared enough. Raven's Nest request. Ooh, pay in advance and after success. Hello. This mission is extremely dangerous. A problem has occurred at one of the ruins from the old generation, namely a military facility. This facility was used to develop chemical weapons, and it seems that someone has secretly entered and tampered with the control panels. It is now full of some kind of gas. The gas corrodes metal, so naturally, your AC will take some damage. Unluckily, all of the equipment within the base is resistant to the gas, so the defense mechanisms are operating. Of the 5 control panels, only one appears to be working. Even so, just destroy all of them. We will provide the detonation devices, just plant them on all 5 panels. When you are finished, get out of the base immediately. If you dawdle within the facility, your AC will suffer a dangerous level of damage. Be careful. Ramirez. Don't you Ramirez me. And yes, Kiefer is Roebuck.
System engaged.
Nice low distance from soft. Oh my god, nope, not worth it. Totally not worth it. Is there nothing down here, really? There we go. Gets so little love. Roach is a good one. Out of the ones who like actually stay silent, Roach is one of the best. If we're including just the protagonists who are silent when you play them and then maybe not so much later on, Soap is the GOAT. Seeing him for the first time smoking that cigar,
Bomb
badass.
planted.
That is great. That's how they first show the guy that you played as in the last game being like a squad mate in the second instead of being who you play as. Him just squatting on the side of the mountain, smoking a cigar. It is great. Favorite COD character? He's up there. My favorite COD character has to be Mason. Alex,
Bomb
not
planted.
David. None of that David bullshit. David's lame. Alex Mason is the GOAT of all the GOATs. Actually, Frank Woods. Never mind. Alex Mason is second, it's Frank Woods. I take it back. It's Woods. He's the best COD character. Reznov is a valid pick. I can't blame anyone for saying Reznov. Hudson's a good one too. The Black Ops cast was stacked in general. Black Ops 1 had such a crazy cast. And honestly, Black Ops 2, I'm not even a David Mason fan, but you know who I am a fan of for like Black Ops 2 editions? Harper. Harper was a good addition. I like him a lot.
Bomb planted.
What about Bell? Bell is cool from like a lore standpoint, but totally silent, so it's kind of hard to judge.
Bomb planted.
They're all sleeping on Ghost? Depends. OG Ghost, pretty good. I've never been the biggest Ghost fan though, because he is kind of just there and just happens to be the guy with the ghost mask. But I really don't like the reboot Ghost. I heard they done my boy Soap bad. Yeah, I don't like the new Soap or Ghost, personally. But it's hard to attach to any of the genuinely silent protagonists, like that never ever speak. It's tricky. Like, I can't say that I have any of them in, like, my favorites, right? Oh no, did I already plant one in here? Oh, fuck. What did I miss? Yuri was cool. Yuri speaks eventually when you are alongside him in the final mission. He eventually speaks. I don't hear a bomb in here. I missed this one.
All bombs planted.
Lamest silent protagonist, I think, is Frost. I mean, he's got a cool name. That is kind of what it comes down to with the silent protagonists. It's like, what did they do, and how cool is their name, their code name? You know who I think is a slept-on COD protagonist, though? Like, one who's not my favorite, but just one who doesn't get talked about as much as he probably should. I'm a big fan of Mitchell from Advanced Warfare. I'm a bit of a Mitchell fan myself. Personally. I liked him.
Target achieved.
Mitchell is kind of underrated. No one ever talks about him when he comes up in like best protagonist discussions from that series. No one ever talks about him, but he's good. Like, he's really good. He loses an arm and gets a cool robot arm. Like, come on now. Cool robot arm. Think about it. IRL code names are always for stupid or embarrassing things you did. Yeah. And he cuts it off too. Oh yeah, the robot arm. Yeah. I thought you meant his arm, and I'm like, oh, he just lost the arm. But no, at the end, yes. It's a good scene. Loses an arm and gets a cool robot arm. It sounds very familiar. Get this. Before the Phantom Pain. It actually came out the same year that Ground Zeroes did. Funny enough. About Daniels? Is that World War II's protagonist? Daniels? Is that right? Yeah? No. No, not particularly a fan. He's just kind of bland World War II guy. I'm trying to think. The Infinite Warfare protagonist is great. I can't remember his name. Does it start with an N? Infinite Warfare? Rebel, you're playing it right now. Infinite Warfare guy is... He's good. He's not like amazing, but he's good. No one talks about him. Fuck. What's his name? It starts with an N. Oh shit. Okay, I'm just Googling it. Oh, Nick Reyes. That's right. Yes. I only just started playing. Yeah. That's why I was thinking of N. There we go. He's pretty good. He's not like one of my favorites, but he's definitely a slept-on one. Chemical Dine. What do they want? Someone has entered our lab and destroyed a test vat. The lab is now overflowing with biological weapons. The worst part is the queen organisms are able to reproduce. Oh god. Upon leaving the test vat, the cell tissue becomes activated and begins reproducing in no time. If it has already begun reproducing, there may be an overwhelming number of them. If so, they are certain to try to break open the outside wall sooner or later and escape to the outside. We can deal with the small types later, so your target is only the 4 queen organisms. Be sure to bring down all of the beasts. Chole recommended I try it out, so I'll do that. Oh, what? Infinite Warfare? It's genuinely one of their stronger campaigns. I feel similarly about Advanced Warfare. That campaign is a ton of fun, and no one really gives it that much credit. Advanced Warfare, I feel like, did
System engaged.
the most good with making like actual fun gimmicks
Don't worry about the
for the
small
setting
ones.
that it takes
Aim for
place
the big
in.
ones that are able to reproduce.
That came out weird. Because like Black Ops 3 did that whole like ability system that was kind of weird in its campaign. The Black Ops 3 campaign is just shit. We don't talk about it. Infinite Warfare does a lot of good with its setting. But like Advanced Warfare really takes advantage of its setting in like a really good way. A whole lot of gimmicks in Advanced Warfare are really fun and take advantage of the whole like you're in the future with like these cool like mechanical exosuits. What about Ghosts? We don't talk about Ghosts campaign. That's another one that I prefer to forget. The best thing I can say about the campaign in Ghosts is that it's very pretty. And that's about what I got for the Ghost campaign. Dog model, fish AI. Beyond that, it's just very eh. Especially the story. The story is so dumb in Ghosts. Don't even get me started. It's been a while, but I'd prefer to forget. Is there a queen in here? Yes. Had a lot of people who go back to Ghosts say it wasn't as bad as they recalled. I think the problem with Ghosts is that it was just so like bland. If that makes like it wasn't really that different from like Modern Warfare 3's campaign in terms of like gameplay or level design or anything.
One of the big ones might be over there.
But it didn't have
careful.
like the big story finale to carry it that MW3 did. So it just kind of is a campaign. The story is bad in Ghosts. That's the one thing I really remember, is the story being so dumb. The best part of Ghosts was Extinction. I don't have very fond memories of Ghosts in general, but I can absolutely say that the best part of that game was that Extinction was pretty cool. It had a lot of ups and downs, like at launch. Dude, at launch, Extinction was boring as fuck. But when they added the teeth system, and then more maps added some more variety, because Extinction plays very linearly every time you play it. It's not a mode that really changes much at all. Like when you play like Gears Horde or COD Zombies or whatever, there's a lot of like random elements that do help it feel fresh every time. Extinction was very linear. It didn't really have that random factor to it. But the teeth system added like a good reason to just keep playing the game and like earning stuff. And then the maps helped out a lot. Extinction was the best part of that game, for sure. You know what else was overhated? Mafia 3. Mafia 3 is kind of in the same boat, I feel like. It wasn't bad. It just was very just very much like a game that is there. Certainly. Ghost was made at a time where people wanted change, and they basically kept the things people wanted changed the same. Yeah. Well, they changed the multiplayer quite a bit, and that didn't really work. But the campaign did feel like it was basically just MW3, but with a story that was nowhere near as fun as MW3's. The campaign, like gameplay-wise and stuff, was basically just the previous game. But man, the gameplay alone could not carry it. Perk system was the best perk system they ever had. Get the fuck out of here, man. No. Maybe. It was a good perk system. It was a really good perk system. I'll give you that. I'm personally, and maybe it's recency bias, to be clear, I think BO6 is a great perk system. Not the... it might be the best. I really, really like the perk bonus thing that BO6 has going on, and then like perk greed is a great addition. BO6 has a lot of good stuff going on with the perks. I just think that some of the perks in that game are fucking stupid. Like BO6 has that one perk that's like, if you damage an enemy with a grenade, but you don't kill them, it pings them. Why would I give up a perk slot for that? Some of the perks are fucking stupid, but aside from that, BO6's perk system is great. It might actually be the best. Maybe. No specialist, though. I miss specialist bonus. I would love any game to bring back a legit specialist bonus, please. Thank you. Anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy it and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing a whole lot of other good stuff, like Metal Gear, Resident Evil, Yakuza, Gears of War. Replaying that. That's been a blast. We're doing a whole lot of stuff. Come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed, feel free to go ahead and leave a like. Helps out with algorithm and stuff on YouTube. Thank you if you did so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. If you're looking for links to anything outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below on YouTube. You'll find things down there. Or on Twitch, you can find things on the channel page, in the chat commands. Whatever you're looking for, you'll be able to find them. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's gone. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.